कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today it is Friday. It is 30th of August. It is the Bhadra Masa or Hrishikesha Masa, Krishna Paksha, and it is the Dwadasi Tithi. So today, Parayana time for to break the fasting. It is between 6:10 and 10:43. So Parayana time has already started. Devotees can break their fast for Ekadasi, who have been fasting yesterday. Okay, so apart from that, there are no other Vaishnava events. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Lord Brahma speaking to Narada Muni about the different incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he has starting from the Varahadeva, and then Suyajna, and then Kapila Bhagavan, and then Dattatreya, Sanakadi Rishis, the four Kumaras, and then Sanakadi Kumaras, and then he also said the Naranarayana Rishi, and then after that Naranarayana Rishi, Sanatana, and then there is one more information. So Suyajna, so Varahadeva, Suyajna, Kapila Bhagavan, Dattatreya, and then Kumaras, and then Naranarayana Rishi, and then the Lord appeared to the as the Krishna Garbha to the Dhruva Maharaj. So later on, he may Dhruva Maharaj, and then Rishabhadeva, and then Hayasirsha. So Hayasirsha is the with the Lord appeared as the with the head of a horse. His head looks like a Hayasirsha. Satrera Mamasa Bhagavan Hayasirsha Ato Taksha Saidhya Purusha Tapaniya Varnaha Chandomayo Makamayo Akila Devatatma Vacho Bhubuhu Ushitihi Swasuto Asya Nyastaha. So this is the Hayasirsha incarnation. So after that, the Mashya incarnation. So Mashya incarnation is in the incarnation of Mashya. He has protected the Vedas, which have so Brahma with there is lots of water. There is, when the universe is inundated with lots of water, with the fear of water, so Guru Bhaya Salile Mukanme Adayatra Vijaharaha Veda Margan. So the Vedas have come out from the face of Lord Brahma at that time. The Lord has protected the Vedas in the Matsyavatara. And also in the later on, in the this is the Kurma Avatara. So when during the pastime of the churning out the milk ocean, the Lord has appeared as the Kurma and became the base for the pivot for the Mandrachala mountain, so that demigods and demons can churn the milk ocean to get the nectar. That is the Kurma Avatara. And also yesterday we have seen Narsimha Avatara. So when the demigods were fearful of this Kashyapa, so at that time the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to remove the fear of great fear of the demigods, Traipishtapah Urubayaha. So uh, the great fear of the demigods to remove ha. Urubaya ha means to remove. Traipishtapa Urubayaha San Nృసింహ Rupam. And in the Nృసింహ Rupam, Krutva Brahmad Brukati Damsa Karalavaktam. And what he did, so moving his face with the Brahmad Brukati Damsa Karalavaktam, his face is very fearful. His teeth and his tongue and Brukati and his eyebrows are very, very fearful. And then Daitendra Masu Gadaya Abipantam Arad Dhurav Urav Nipatya Vidharanake Purantam. He has pierced the demigod, that is Hiranyakshipu, with his nails. Vidharanakaihi Nipa, by keeping him on his lap, he has pierced his chest and his tummy. So this is Daitendra Masu Gadaya Avipantamara Dhurav Urav Nipatya Vidhara Nakehi Spurantam. When the demigod was challenging with his gada, with his mace, the Lord pierced him. So that is the Narsimha Avatara. So today, Brahma is further saying about the Gajendra. So Gajendra is the another incarnation. So during when the Gaja Indra, who is the lord of all the elephants. So when he was caught by the crocodile in the water, so at that time, with so much of stress and pain, Gajendra took the lotus flower with his tongue and calling the Supreme Personality of Godhead, saying that, O Adi Purusha, O Akhila Lokanada, Tirtha Shravaha, Shravana Mangala, Namatheya, with prayers of this Gajendra, then Lord immediately appeared. So Brahma is saying, so incarnation or avatara. Avatara means coming down from the from his abode, from the spiritual planets to the down to help us. So here all the pastimes, even at the time of Dhruva Maharaj, he appeared as a Prishnigarbha. We don't see that one as part of the different incarnations, but so the Brahma is mentioned whenever Leela incarnations to perform the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These are all whenever Lord appeared, when Nabi was performing the sacrifice, the Lord has appeared on top of Garuda. So that is also incarnation. The time when the Lord has appeared from his abode to the earthly planets, that is called Avatara. It is not necessarily to mention that Matsya Kurma with a particular form. He could come as he is with his four-handed form, as Narayana form. Like here, when we see the Garuda sitting on top of Garuda, and also he has appeared on top of sitting on Garuda to the Kardama Prajapati when he was praying. That is also one kind of avatara. So Lord coming down from the spiritual planet to the earthly planets to bless his devotees. That is avatara. So today it is the Gajendra avatara. Gajendra's prayers, the Lord was pleased and he has appeared to protect him. So Brahma is saying, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 7, verse number 15. Antah sarasi urubaleena pade gruhito grahena yuvatapatihi ambujahasta attaham aha idum adipurusha akila lokanada tiddasravaha sravanamangala namadheyam. So Brahma is saying, Antaha sarasi urubhalena pade gruhito. Antaha sarasi. So in the water pond, Antaha sarasi urubhalena, with great strength, urubhalena pade gruhito. Pade is the leg is caught by gruhito. It was taken up by grahena, that is crocodile. Grahena. At the time, Yotapatihi is uh, the leader of the elephants. Yotapatihi. the leader of the elephants, Ambujahasta Attaha, with a lotus flower in the hand, Ambujahastaha, Attaha, with whenever greatly aggrieved. Grahena Yotapatihi Ambujahasta Attaha, then Aha Idam, and then the Gajendra is saying, Aha, he spoke. Aha Idam, what he is addressing. Adi Purusha, Akila Lokanada, Tirthashravaha, Shravanamangala, Namadeya. So 5 different names he is calling. Adi Purusha, the supreme personality of Godhead, who is the original Govindam Adi Purusham, Adi Purushaha, Akila Lokanada, who is the Lord of the universe. Tirthashravaha, as famous as a place of pilgrimage. Shravana Mangala, all good simply by hearing the name. Shravana Mangala. Namadheya is the whose holy name is worth chanting. Likewise, Gajendra, he is calling the Supreme Personality of Godhead when he is in great distress because of the crocodile catching him, uh, his lotus feet, Gajendra's feet. ಅಂತಃ ಸರಸಿ ಉರುಬಲೇನ ಪದೇ ಗೃಹೀತೋ ಗ್ರಾಹೇನ ಯೋತಪತಿ ಅಂಬುಜಹಸ್ತ ಆತ್ತಃ ಆಹ ಇದಂ ಆದಿಪುರುಷ ಅಖಿಲಲೋಕನಾದ ತೀರ್ಥಶ್ರವಃ ಶ್ರವಣಮಂಗಲ ನಾಮಧೇಯ. Likewise, Gajendra is calling. So here, translation for this verse. The leader of the elephants, whose leg was attacked in a river by a crocodile of superior strength, was much aggrieved. Taking a lotus flower in his trunk, he addressed the Lord, saying, O original enjoyer, Lord of the universe, O deliverer as famous as a place of pilgrimage, all are purified simply by hearing your holy name, which is worthy to be chanted. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this purport is bit longer purport. Can I request 2 devotees? So Sharanya Mataji would read 3 paragraphs, first 3 paragraphs, and the second devotee would continue the next 3 paragraphs, please.
Hare
Right.
The history of delivering the leader of the elephants, whose leg was attacked in the river by the superior strength of a crocodile, is described in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Since the Lord is absolute knowledge, there is no difference between his holy name and the personality of Godhead. The leader of the elephants was much distressed when he was attacked by the crocodile. Although the elephant is always stronger than the crocodile, the latter is stronger than the elephant when it is in the water. And because the elephant was a great devotee of the Lord in his previous birth, he was able to chant the holy name of the Lord by dint of his past good deeds. Every living entity is always distressed in this material world because this place is such that at every step one has to meet with some kind of distress. But one who is supported by his past good deeds engages himself in the devotional service of the Lord, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 7.16. Those who are supported by impious acts cannot be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, even though they are distressed. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 7.15. The personality of Godhead, Hari, appeared once on the back of his eternal bearer, Garuda, and delivered the elephant. The elephant was conscious of his relation with the Supreme Lord. He addressed the Lord as Adi Purusha, or the original enjoyer. Both the Lord and the living beings are conscious and are therefore enjoyers. But the Lord is the original enjoyer because he is the creator of everything. In a family, both the father and his sons are undoubtedly enjoyers, but father is the original enjoyer and sons are subsequent enjoyer. A pure devotee knows well that everything in the universe is the property of the Lord and that a living entity can enjoy a thing as ordained by the Lord. A living being cannot even touch a thing which is not allotted to him. This idea of the original enjoyer is explained very nicely in the Ishopanishad. One who knows the difference between the Lord and himself never accepts anything without first offering into the Lord. The elephant addressed Lord as Akhila Lokanatha, or the Lord of the universe, who is therefore the Lord of the elephant also. The elephant, being a pure devotee of the Lord, especially deserved to be saved from the attack of the crocodile. And because it is a promise of the Lord that his devotees will never be vanquished, it was quite befitting that the elephant called upon the Lord to protect him. And the merciful Lord also at once responded. The Lord is the protector of everyone, and he is the first protector of one who acknowledge the superiority of the Lord instead of being so falsely proud as to deny the superiority of the Lord or to claim to be equal to him. He is ever superior. A pure devotee of the Lord knows this difference between the Lord and himself. Therefore, a pure devotee is given first preference because of his full dependence, whereas the person who denies the existence of the Lord and declare himself the Lord is called Asura. And as such, he is given protection by the strength of limited power subject to the sanction of the Lord. Since the Lord is superior to everyone, his perfection is also superior. No one can imagine it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Can you request the devotee to read the rest of the paragraphs, please?
The elephant addressed the Lord as Sritha Sarvana, or as famous as a place of pilgrimage. People go to the place of pilgrimage is in order to be delivered from the reaction of unknown sinful act, but one can be free from all sinful reactions simply by remembering his holy name. The Lord is therefore as good as the holy place of pilgrimage. One can be free from all sinful reaction after reaching a place of pilgrimage, but one can have the same benefit at home or at any place simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. For a pure devotee, there is no need to go to the holy place of pilgrimage. He can be delivered from all sinful and act simply by remembering the Lord un- in earnestness. A pure devotee of the Lord never commit any sinful act, but because the whole world is full of the sinful atmosphere, even a pure devotee may commit a sin unconsciously as a matter of course. One who commits sinful act consciously cannot be worthy of being a devotee of the Lord, but a pure devotee who unconsciously does something sinful is certainly delivered by the Lord, because a pure devotee remember the Lord always. The Lord holy name is called Sravana Mangala. This means that one receives everything auspicious simply by hearing the holy name. In another place in Srimad Bhagavatam, his holy name is described as yes, Punya Sravana Kirtanam. It is pious act simply to chant and hear all about the Lord. The Lord descends to this earth and act like other in connected with the activities of the world, just to create subjects matter for hearing about him. Otherwise the Lord has nothing to do in this world, no, nor has he any obligation to do anything. He comes out of his own causeless mercy and act as he desires. The Vedas and Puranas are also full of descriptions of his different activity, so that people in general may naturally sorry, naturally be eager to hear and read something about his activities. Generally, however, the modern fictions and novels of the world occupied a great part of people's valuable time. Such literature cannot be good to anyone. On the contrary, they agitated the young mind unnecessarily and increased the modern patience and ignorance, leading to increasing bondage to the material condition. The same aptitude for hearing and reading is better utilized in hearing and reading of the Lord activities. This will give one all around benefit. It is concluded therefore that the holy name of the Lord and topic of topic in relation with him are always worth hearing, and therefore he is called here in the verse Narayana Namah Devaya, or one whose holy name is worth chanting. Hare
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Nicely read. So here Prabhupada is explaining it is very beautiful pastime of Gajendra. So this Gajendra story. So here elephant is lifting his lotus flower, and here crocodile is catching him with the Urubalena with great strength. Pade Gruhito, and then this is Graheno Yotapatihi Ambujahasta Ataha. So much distress, his face is so much of distress, and the Lord has appeared. And then he is saying, Adi Purusha, Akhilokanada Tidha Shravaha Shravana Mangala. Namadeya. So Prabhupada here explaining all about this pastime here. So here, not only the elephant, whenever we are caught by even the serpent as well. So when we are in the water, this crocodile catches for, and this elephant, it has struggled for so many years, so many celestial years. So that elephant, it was trying to protect himself by his own strength, but it could not. But in the water, the crocodile is very, very stronger than so elephant is always stronger than the crocodile, but the latter is stronger than the elephant when it is in the water. So that's why he is calling the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And all of his elephant, the family, they're all watching, standing next to the. So here in the back, their wives and all the children, they're all standing and then looking at this. Even though he is the Lord of, leader of all the elephants. There are so many elephants, but they're all simply watching. No one is helping. That is the condition of Gajendra, Indra. So for the namesake, Indra, Gaja Indra. But still he is helpless. And because the elephant was a great devotee of the Lord, in his previous birth, he was able to chant the holy name of the Lord by dint of his past deeds. So in the previous life, he was a Indrajumna. So he was just in the meditation at the time when the Agastya Muni was coming to him. He could not give enough respect, or without knowingly or unknowingly, he made a small thing, but Agastya Muni took it as a great offense. And then, but that's why one has to always respect the saintly people. Sometimes we knowingly or unknowingly. Indrajumna, he was in the meditation. He could not have seen the Agastya Muni, but whenever the great personalities come, we have to take it. But that Agastya Muni curse, being an elephant, it is again, it is a benediction to Indrajumna. Here he is able to rescued by the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally. And later on, Lord is going to lift him with his own hand, touching holding his trunk and then pulling from the pond into the shore. So here the living entity is always distressed in this material world, because this place is such that at every step one has to meet with some kind of distress. Everyone is distressed, but it is a person who recognizes apasyatam atmatattvam. So people, gruheshu gruhamedinam, people of material who are gruhamedis, they cannot see all these things, but everyone are in the distress somewhere or other. one has to pay bills. There is always children are not hearing, and the partner is not listening, and they have got different desires. One is always suffering with so many uh, problems. Everyone. And if he is sometimes we may see in the movies that people are showing with happy face in the behind, they are in great anxiety. They're always given instructions by the producer and the director, and they're also in the distress whether they will be do it or not. That is one. And their desires are different things. Again, I wanted to be famous celebrity. If I am not, and again another distress. Everyone are in the distress. One who is supported by the past good deeds engages himself in the devotional service of the Lord as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. This Chaturveda Bhajante Mam Janaha Sukritnojjuna Arto Jijnasur Ardhadi Jnani Cha Bharatarshabha. These are the four devotees of the Lord. They come to the Supreme Personality. So when they are in distress, Ardho, Ardhadi, Jijnasu, Jnani cha Bharat. These are the Ardho, Ardhadi who are desiring money, Ardho who is in distress, and uh, Jijnasu who is inquisitive, and Jnanicha who have got that knowledge. And also here the people of this is also confirmed in the 715 that personality of God had appeared at once on the back of his eternal bearer Garuda and delivered the elephant. So these are and here devotees are always protected by the Lord, but whereas the non-devotees, so they cannot be. So here, those who are supported by impious acts cannot be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, even they are distressed. This is Lord cannot reveal to them, so that they do not come to the Lord, even though they are in distress. This is Naham Prakasha Sarvasya. Again, these are the four kinds of people. Naradhama, Asuras, and also likewise Prabhupada explains there the Krishna's statement in the Bhagavad Gita. And then later on, so the elephant was conscious of his relation with the Supreme Lord. He addressed the Lord as Adi Purusha or the original enjoyer. So all the living entities and the Supreme Personality of God, all enjoyers, but He is the Supreme, but we are little and we are covered by the material body. We cannot enjoy fully. So just like if Prabhupada is giving analogy as a father and the son in a family. But father is the real enjoyer, but child also enjoys in a minute quantity. A pure devotee always knows well that everything in universe is the property of the Lord and that a living entity can enjoy things as ordained by the Lord. So we cannot eat much. We cannot, this is our time is limited and we have got limited time period to live. The day contains only 24 hours. So everything is limited. We cannot enjoy too much. So here, Ishopanit says one has to take whatever he can consume, only that much only he can take, not more than allocated to him. So a living being cannot even touch a thing which is not allotted to him. So this idea of original enjoyer is explained very nicely in the Ishopanishads. So that is the difference between Lord and between the Lord and himself never accepts anything without first offering to the Lord. So this is the devotee. So devotee is always offering everything to Krishna and then he takes it as a prasadam. And then elephant addressing the Lord as the Akhila Lokanatha, who is the Lord of the universe. And here elephant being a pure devotee of the Lord specifically a desire to be saved from the attack of the crocodile. So this is again a very beautiful pastime. And this is again Prabhupada is explaining Lord is the protector of everyone, but he is the first protector of one. This is Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Chadushkrutam. And the devotee also understands his position. He is the servitor of the Supreme Lord. He is the master. Supreme Lord is the master and he is the servant. So master is always protects his servants while protecting because he is full dependence on his master. And then, so here Prabhupada says, Asura who is denying the Lord's existence, and then he is given protection by the strength of limited power subject to the sanction of the Lord. So he believes his own strength, maybe some family, friends, or something, or his money, or his body, something like that. His strength is limited power. That is Asura. But Lord, that is external energy of the Lord. But for devotees, the Lord comes personally. And his protection is always also superior. No one can imagine that protection. And then that is about the Akila Lokanada. And then further, Prabhupada explains about the Tirthashravaha, is as famous as place of pilgrimage. So pilgrimages are always famous for delivering from the reactions of unknown sinful acts. So that's why many people go to the so many pilgrimages, Ganges and Haridwar and Prayaga, many other places are there. But one can be freed from all sinful acts simply by remembering his holy name. Just the name is more powerful than mm, the pilgrimages. This is also mentioned. Maline Mochanam in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita introduction, Prabhupada brings about the Gita Mahatmya. There, Sakrut Gita Amrit Snanam Samsara Maranashanam. Marine Mochanam Pumsam Jalasnanam Dine Dini Sakrut Gita Amrit Snanam Samsara Maranashanam. Just by uttering the name of the Lord. A pure devotee, there is no need to go to the holy place of pilgrimage. He can be delivered from all sinful acts simply by remembering the Lord in earnestness. So this is the desire. One has to remember when he is in the greatest, either good or bad. In all times of circumstances, one has to remember the Lord. He has to question the Lord. That is the relationship one has to establish. And he is in good, so Lord, you have given everything. And when he is in pain, again he has to praise the Lord, you have given me this distress so that my sinful actions are being reduced. Likewise. And a devotee, he never commits any sinful acts purposefully, but because this world is full of sinful atmosphere, so unknowingly one may commit. When he is walking, some ants may be coming under the foot and they may die unconsciously. So that's why one who commits sinful acts consciously cannot be worthy of being a devotee of the Lord. But a pure devotee who unconsciously does something sinful is certainly delivered by the Lord, because a pure devotee remembers the Lord always. So because even that living entity who is coming in contact with the devotee unconsciously getting died or getting hurt, and even it gets a bit higher level of birth again in the next life. That is the devotee's position, knowingly or unknowingly. So just like now, Indrajumna, he was in contact with the Agastya Rishi, and that's why he got the elephant body. Again now, in the elephant life, he is directly coming in contact with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord, he is touching him with his hand. And then Prabhupada explains about the Shravana Mangala. So this is by just hearing the name of the Lord, and one receives everything auspicious. One receives everything auspicious. That is Tavakatamrutam Tapta Jivanam. Tavakatamrutam Tapta Jivanam. And Shravana Mangalam Srimadatanam Bhugrunantite Bhurida Janaha. So this is the Shravana Mangalam, this Gopi song. And also Shrinuta Swakataha Krishnaha Punya Shravana Kirtanaha. Punya Shravana Kirtanaha. This is Prajyantosta Hyabhadrani Vidunoti Suhrusatam. And he removes all kinds of inauspiciousness from the heart of a devotee. And the Lord descends to this earth and acts like others in connection with the activities of the world, just to create a subject matter for hearing about him. This is the purpose of all incarnations. We got so much of literature for what? Hearing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No, not any other thing. Otherwise, the Lord has nothing to do in this world, or nor has he any obligation to do anything. He comes out of his own causeless mercy and acts as he desires. That's why all the Vedas and Puranas are there, and um, everything is preserved, all the pastimes of the Lord by the great sages. But fictions and novels, it is kind of a asadgra, Shrinvanti asad kataha. What is that is? It is Purishima Vidbhujaha. It is mentioned like a filthy matter. So, but devotees, they are not interested in those things. And also later on, Prabhupada says that Namadheya, about the Namadheya, just by uttering the name of the Lord, one associates with the Lord. Aparnaha samsitim ghoram yennamani vyuso ghranan tatra sadhya vimuchyeta yad bhivemi swayam bhayam. The name which will protect from um, all kinds of distress, and with that it is yad bhivemi swayam bhavam. The name of the Lord is fearful to the fear personified. That is Namadheya. It is always worth chanting. So here, Gajendra is calling the Supreme Personality of Godhead with those names. This is Adi Purusha, Akhila Lokanada, Tirtha Shravaha, Shravana Mangala, Namadheya. Likewise. So when he was in, that's why when everyone put up into miseries, but one has to recognize the position of the Lord, that he is the protector, and call him. So अंतः सरसि उरुभलेन पदे गृहीतो ग्राहेण योतपतिः अम्बुजहस्त आर्तः आह इदम् आदिपुरुष अखिललोकनाथ तीर्थश्रवः श्रवणमङ्गल नामधेय. So that is how Brahma is explaining to Narada Muni the Lord's appearance to Gajendra to protect him. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Vamanadeva, April 2nd, 1970, Los Angeles. It is a small letter. Can I request any other unallocated devotees to read this letter, please?
I will read, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
My dear Vamanadeva, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge the receipt of a letter dated 29th March 1970. The newspaper portion is very encouraging. They have devoted so much space for describing ourselves, although there are a few misquotations. Never mind, it is a good publicity. I am so much pleased with your wife and yourself, and I can simply praise you how wonderful you are. Both you and your wife are setting good example how Krishna conscious grahasthas or householders should live for Krishna. You're practically experiencing that there is no difficulty in household life if people are in Krishna consciousness. So please stick to your principles very nicely. And the program which you are following is already very nice. Lecturing in the university, having classes in your apartment, distributing prasadam, all of them are very, very nice. Please offer my blessings to Indra and go on with your program, and Krishna will give you all opportunities. We have purchased a new church building here, and you will be glad to see the picture enclosed herewith. So gradually in your center also one day we may have our own buildings, because everything is possible if Krishna desires. Hope this will meet you in very good health. You ever will be sure. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Any take points, Prabhuji?
Points, Prabhu, like Prabhupada is very happy when he see that Krishna consciousness movement comes in a paper, and then he also explains that that newspaper is giving more space to talk more about Krishna consciousness under ISKCON. So he's very happy with that. So whatever way, if you can able to preach or you can distribute, Krishna Prabhupada will be very happy. And second thing, Prabhupada is also seeing Vamanadeva and his wife Indra, how they are practicing as a grahastha, how they are distributing books, prasadam, giving classes, everything. They are all very encouraging. And Prabhupada really appreciate how the grahastha should live like, and it's also kind of a information to us as a grahastha, how we should live our life in a Krishna conscious way. So and then yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Nicely summarized. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So Prabhupada is encouraging everyone, especially he is pleased when the Grihasthas are engaged in the Krishna consciousness and also conducting this kind of home programs and distributing prasadam, and it is very easy. We can just invite few of our friends and then prepare some prasadam, nice prasadam, and then have bhajan and Krishna katha and some kirtans and discussions, transcendental discussions. That is the happiest thing. So just as we were reading in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so that is from Prabhupada's letter. So, and Lord Krishna, he helps at all times. Krishna give you all opportunities and everything possible if Krishna desires. So these are a few things. So it is only we need to accept the service. Then if we do not accept, we don't get opportunity to see Krishna. Okay, so this is Prabhupada was saying a honey in the bottle. One has to open the bottle and taste the honey. Okay, so that is a comparison, good analogy. Otherwise, simply we know the Krishna is Supreme Lord, but not doing anything. We will do it at the end means when that tongue is less strength, we cannot taste the honey in the older ages. In the old age, we cannot relish too much. And by the time all the senses become weaker, when we have got good strength, we have to engage in the devotional service, doing kirtans, bhajans, and hearing about the Lord. Then our senses will be purified. In the later ages, we will relish because we have accustomed for it. Okay, so this is a grihastha can do all these things. That's my takeaway. That is from Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. Okay, so tomorrow evening we have Bhagavad Gita and tomorrow morning we have got Bhagavatam, that Vaikuntha description. And also there is in the WhatsApp group, we have been seeing that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami 150th birthday. So the program is going on, conducted by the Gaudiya Mission. And also there are so many other ways messages were rolling to support the mission through different ways, through services, volunteering, and fundraising or donating. So, dear devotees, so you're all in the London. I request if you have got any insight or you wanted to share anything on that particular event, you want to do anything. If anyone is going, kindly share the information. Jai Krishna. Okay. So if there are no updates on that side,
I want to say like if something later, like Krishna's desire, everything is possible. So it's just really nice.
yes, everything is possible if Krishna desires. And also our desire to be part of the service, engage in the loving devotional service. This is loving devotional service. With so much of love, we have to render service to Krishna and Krishna consciousness movement and his devotees. Okay, if devotees, if you have got any suggestions, what we can do from our Sangha, kindly share. Okay, so if there are no further updates and if devotees are engaging, if you desire to go there, just have a blissful time. Okay, so that is from the announcements and announcements and updates perspective. If there are no further, then we shall conclude and continue with our japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि की जय।
Jai.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस डे everyone. हरे कृष्ण। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री